Hey there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today I want to talk about how to actually manifest big things. You know, it's an interesting thing, right? We want to change our lives. I've been there where I've been like struggling from month to month, paycheck to paycheck or client to client. And this today is about how do I actually start to change my whole life? How do I manifest it? Well, I'm literally going to give you 3 to 4 steps today on how to do that. And it's going to be simple. The thing is that we make manifestation and spirituality so complicated. But the truth of the matter is let's just break it down. You manifest who you are on the inside, not all this outer stuff, your emotions and all of that. They help to create the inner self when you learn to master them. But when we're adding elevated emotions, we're trying to force an outcome, we're trying to force our way to feel something. You create what you know yourself to be. And I'm going to break it down how to do that today. If you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider like, sharing and subscribing. Also, check out my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle. And also, come and check me out on Instagram. Guys, if you are here at the end, I also have something to tell you all, and I'd be interested in your opinion. So, my friends, sorry, I keep knocking the microphone today. I'm getting used to this new office. So how do I manifest bigger things into my life? How do I literally change my whole life around from lack to freedom? Well, I'm going to tell you something, and this is the step that not a lot of manifestation coaches tell people. Sometimes we have to start to take a step in the direction of what we want physically. What I'm saying, right, is I've just moved to Spain, for example. I've uprooted my whole life, come to another country again to establish what I think may be the life of my dreams. Now that comes inherently with a fear because change is scary. I don't care who you are. We get comfort, we like that comfort, and then we change it. What happens is for a long time at that point, you will ride a wave of discomfort. There will be a lot of energy in your body, a lot of restrictions, a lot of things. Even someone like myself who has learned to trust in God and the divine, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything because that's what I'm not about. You don't need to be perfect. The 80-20 rule. But I even face those fears and I face them now. But this is when you're facing a fear, when you take an action which is greater than your current reality, you're going to get restrictions. But the most beautiful part is that's how you change your comfort zone. That's how you face a part of you that is holding you back. When I went from someone who was just getting by month to month to someone who makes in a month, sometimes in a week, what I would make in a year. Yeah. And I will show you why I could do that. It's because I took a chance. Firstly, I decided to invest in myself and get a coach in business, not a businessman or a spiritual guy. And he taught me a lot of things. But the major thing that he taught me was you must change this. So I started to change and sort out my programs, but I had to face, right, the fear of that change, the fear of stepping into that new person. Now, it was really uncomfortable, right, to go from what you're used to offering to offering something different. But the fact of the matter is the only way that you're going to make a change in your life in step 1 is to start to act differently. Start to do actions differently. How many of you have been sitting there saying, I deserve a raise, but you've never, ever once mentioned it to your boss? Or you're like, I should start that business, but you haven't even taken a step to start it yet. That's because fear has gripped you before you've even taken a step. So I say to people, start to put a foot through the door. Notice how damn uncomfortable that is. And then you go on to step 2. Step 2 is recognizing that fear on you is just an illusion. It's an illusion that is a genetic disposition to try and protect you from harm. Because what is it? Say, for example, you were a deer or like an antelope or something. It's like you come out of the group, you're more likely to get killed by the lion. We are group pack animals. Just look at society. When you step out of the pack, My gosh, is it scary? My gosh, is it frightening to step out of the pack in that way? Because you are now vulnerable to judgments, vulnerable to failure, vulnerable to this. But you're never going to manifest or change anything unless you put yourself out there. But then we must find peace in that vulnerability, because it says, come to me all who are weary, rest by my side. God is there as your underlying, for everlasting support. So we think in the humanistic world, oh, something's going to happen, I'm going to get hurt, pain is going to come my way, I'm frightened. But you recognize that is a sensation, it is not even a truth. So as you sit back into that relaxation and you become the observer of that feeling detaches from you. So the goal is to detach back from that place. Detach back from there, and you will then start to recognize that you are separate. The true you is separate from the fear. What happens then is the fear will leave your body. This is when step 3 comes into play, because step 3, from that place of relief, from peace and harmony, which is the God frequency, is balance, the balance of nature, the balance of God, you can start to intend gently, gratefully, effortlessly towards your goal. Now, when I say grateful, not forcefully, none of that was forcefully, but from that place you start to intend. I'm a success. I'm born to win. With God be with me, who can be against me? I'm infinitely capable. There's always a wonderful solution to anything I need. God is the true and everlasting source of my supply, and that need is met now. I am making more than I could ever dream. My income is constantly increasing. The money I have going down into my bank is always expanding. I spend lovingly. When I spend it, it comes back to me multiplied. My business is God's business, guided, loved, true. Anyone who works for me is inspired and illuminated. There is only winners who come through my door. Winners because I win, they win, everyone wins. I wish all the blessings of life to all people out there. I wish all the growth and healing and blessings of life for all of those people. This is where truth comes into your experience. This is the truth of life. Because what it is you're afraid to take step 1. That's why you can't manifest bigger. Because you're thinking sitting and meditating all day is going to bring it to you. No, we are taught in Scripture. Think about it. Jesus did not sit there in Bethlehem waiting for everyone to find him. He went out there and he spread the word. That's what you're meant to do with your gifts. Go and share your gifts. So many of you have gifts that you haven't even decided to put out to the world. The world wants them, yet it needs them. This is your opportunity today to take a chance. I believe in you. You can do it. You have the presence of God within you. So let go of the shackles of fear, the falsities of the shadows of fear, and take that first step. That's how you will manifest things. Then from there, you change your identity. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to do a video on identity shifting, comment down below. Also, guys, for those who stayed, I have 2 more spaces for one-to-one coaching. If you are looking for that level of support, reach out. And I'm about to launch lifetime access to my learning hub with all my online courses, meditations, and there is a community. Now, here's the best thing. It's a one-time investment, and any other course or meditation or other thing that I add to that learning hub, you will receive no matter what for the rest of your life if you wish. Would you like that product? I've been thinking of launching it for a long time. Would you like that product? My one-to-one clients use it, and actually it gets them the results beyond even my coaching. Comment down below if you'd like it, and I'll make sure to put it out there soon. Take care, guys. Also, I'll see you at the next one.